Yeah.
Amazing.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us, all these gorgeous cosplayers for the Avatar Last Airbender Shipit show. I'm going to go around the Zoom and have you guys introduce yourself, say how you'd like to be addressed during the show, and where people can find you on social media. I'm going to start with Costhetic because you're there first.
Hello, friends. I'm Costhetic. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Costhetic.
And you're gorgeous.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming here.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
And Natalia.
Hi, I'm Nat or Natalia, either one. You can find me at nat_sows on Instagram.
Thanks for joining us. Grace.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. My TikTok is Just a Disgrace, and my Instagram is at It's Just a Disgrace.
Oh, I love that. You're so cute. Everyone's so cute. Okay, Tipsy Pig and Squishy Shmoo.
Yeah, so there are cosplay names. So yeah,
That's your
on
cosplay
Instagram and
names.
TikTok.
Okay. And where can everyone find you on social media?
So Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And it's called at Tipsy Pig and Squishy. What's it
So
called?
I'm Tipsy Pig and then Squishy Shmoo. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, good. Well, you guys are gorgeous. Thanks for coming. And then
Oh, thank
Mai,
you.
can you unmute and tell us where to find you? Can you hear us, Mai? She's muted. Ask to unmute. Let's see. Can you hear us? I don't know if she can hear us. Oh, there you are. Yay! Tell us where to find you on social media.
I only have Instagram for my cosplay. I haven't started my TikTok yet.
And what's your Instagram called?
It's just Naifu.
Okay. Thank you for coming. You're gorgeous. Where in the world is everybody? Costhetic, where are you?
I am in South Florida. Woo, Florida.
South Florida. Okay. Nat?
I'm in Wisconsin right now.
Okay. I was just there. My son was touring the college. Grace?
I am actually in Arizona, and I can't deal with this heat right now. So.
Oh, you poor thing. Okay, Tipsy and Squishy.
We're in England.
Ooh,
Yeah.
What time is it there?
It's 2 a.m. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You guys suited up for us at 2 a.m, and you look like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and awake and happy. It's amazing. You guys look
Yeah, we
gorgeous.
napped earlier. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good.
Thank you. And Mai, where are you? Can you hear us, Mai? Am I saying your name wrong? Mai?
No, wait, I can't really hear you. Sorry.
We're asking where you are in the world.
Oh, I'm from the Philippines.
Are you there right now?
Yeah,
Wow, what time is it there?
it's like 9 a.m.
Wow, is this amazing? I also love how like shows bring fandoms together from around the world anyway. Like I love that so much. You find people like, oh, I was really alone till I met so-and-so because they love the show, or that I found that a lot on My Little Pony for sure. But Avatar is a huge show. And it had a total resurgence over COVID because it was back on Netflix again.
Yeah.
Let's just go around. Oh, there's Greg. Hold on, my co-host, who's never here. Greg Sipes. Greg, are you with us?
Yeah, my phone died conveniently, so I got to at least throw some.
Okay, listen, I need to go get some serious Advil for my head, or I'm gonna die.
Oh, honey.
So you have to take over, okay?
I got it. I'll hang
a
out.
little bit. And I want you to find out what the show means to these people, and I want you to find out their origin stories in cosplaying and why they cosplay these characters. But I'll be back. But
Okay,
you
perfect.
have the floor. You have the floor.
Oh, I got this.
Never happened. You might ruin the show.
Okay, so tell me one by one, what does this show mean to you? Because this show is really special to me, just because there's so many great people, actors that I've been friends with, and also the fact that the show is just awesome, and they blew it with the movie, but the show itself is just one of the best shows ever made. Truly, I'm sure you all agree with me. So who wants to go first?
For sure.
Who wants
We
to
could try like the same order that we
Okay,
did
let's
like
do that.
introductions, I guess.
Yeah, help me out.
Sure, I'll start off. Love this show. It's like one of those things I started watching when I was 10 years old, and I'm not 10 anymore, but I still love this show so much. Like, I don't know, it kind of grows with you. There's some things that I've watched now as a 26-year-old adult that I never would have like went right over my head as a kid. And I'm like, wow, like I didn't know Iro knew what I was going through like all the way back then, but here we are. He's like, you know, speaking the truth. So I it's just something that I grew up with, and I just can't let go of it. I just love it so much.
What's your favorite part about it though? Like, what's like one thing?
My favorite thing I think is just like the culture that they based like the show around. Like I watched anime and stuff like as a kid, but this show kind of really introduced me to like the Asian culture, and like meditation is something that I really enjoy, and that's because of this show. And like I think about like Zuko and Iroh and all those things, and that's something that's like really important to me now, and that's this show introduced me to that.
I love that. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles got me into meditation, so I love that show so much too. So
Love that. And pizza.
and pizza for sure. Who's next?
I'll go next, I guess. I love the show, kind of same reasons. I was really young when it came out, and every time I like think about watching it when I was younger is very much just like memories on the playground of like kids saying what element they are and like doing the battles. Like that's what I like remember the most. Like being young watching it was like, oh, this is really fun. But something I really enjoy about it is getting to watch it being older and having more experiences, and still realizing that it's very grounded, like it still holds up. And it like really deals with a lot of emotions that as a kid I was like, oh, that's fun. They have powers and like they're, you know, going on this adventure. But like watching when I'm older, I'm like, oh, I can really like relate to these characters. And I like that they have struggles and overcome them and have good and bad sides, but you still like love them as characters. Yeah, it's just still just as fun to watch, but it's cool that there's like a really human aspect to all the characters and like the story. So it's just one of those things, again, it just holds up. So it's always fun to watch it. It's like a good balance of realism in the sense of how the characters interact, but then it's fun because they got crazy powers and awesome stuff happens. So
Yeah, I love the Eastern culture of it all. Like,
yeah.
it's bringing in all this cool spiritualism and these powers, which we'll talk about a little more later as far as the powers. But let's keep moving. Great answer.
I guess I'll go next.
Mhm.
So my reason for like loving it so much, I've never had like Indigenous representation growing up, and I was like so young when that show came out, and the only like representation I ever had before then was like Pocahontas, and that was like the worst thing ever. So seeing Katara and like everyone else being portrayed so well as like within their own cultures and like their own hardships in life, and then of course seeing Katara, it was just like I felt seen, and it was just really nice to feel included in something for once.
Yeah, beautiful. Who's next?
You want me to go first? Okay. I guess like everyone else here, got into the show when it first aired when I was like a kid. Unlike, I'm sorry, I'm awful with names, but unlike the other rank, no one else in my school watched it. It was just me and my twin. And then when Korra released when we were in high school, like everyone was into it, and it's been like a big part of my life since, like watching it all like from when we grew up and cosplaying it now. Our wedding's going to be Avatar themed, like it just means a whole lot to us. So yeah, we probably like got together through Avatar as well. It was kind of like all cycled back. Yeah, and it's just weird because like I remember running home from school to watch Avatar because no one else watched Avatar like really where I was from either. So it's just really cool, and then like we've met loads of cool people through it, and yeah, it's just a really good show. Yeah, and they teach like really good life lessons, which for me as a kid, not a lot of TV shows really showed. I didn't really watch anime and stuff as a child, so yeah, it was really unique to me. So yeah.
Yeah, I really resonate with shows that actually make a difference in people's lives. Shows with messages and teachings, and the show is full of them. Beautiful. Who's next? Me?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
So, I like the show since I was a kid because in the Philippines it was like really popular. So like we will like pretend to be the characters at like school. Yeah, I just like it a lot. And now that I rewatched it, there's like more things that I didn't realize as a kid because I couldn't like comprehend like the plot. You know what I mean? I guess. So I like a new appreciation for it. Yeah.
Beautiful. What about Raven? What do you think, Raven? The Raven's there with us. So let's talk about the powers a bit. I was in the show Korra as her cousin too, and I got to do a couple episodes, which was really, really fun for me and really cool. But again, my favorite part of the show is kind of the spiritualism and the tapping into these powers. They're called is there a name for the actual powers? The different powers? Does anybody know?
Different elements, I guess, and then there's like subcategories within them too. I don't know if they have like a specific name for like the category, I guess.
So your sign is, tell the people watching who might not know what your power is of your cosplay, your element.
I guess I'll go first. I'm Aang, and so it's air, but being the avatar, he can have access to all of the elements, but he struggles with certain ones. It doesn't just come easy because he can do all of it, which is fun. But he specifically, as compared to Korra as an avatar, she really like latches on to like fire and a few different ones, and has really like an even balance between three of them. Whereas Aang is very much like an air nomad at heart, I feel, and he's very like connected to his people and his, again, like his spirituality and the air element. Like that's his like most used and the one that he like, I guess prefers, like it's the one that like most resonates with him. So I think that's cool that he still like really shows off airbending instead of like, I don't know, just doing the other ones, but it's fun to see him do a mix of all of them and put like the airbender flair on all of them.
That's why he's the star of the show.
Yeah, just saying.
Right? Oh, cool. But let's talk about another power. Let's go through all of your elements that you're cosplaying as.
Okay, so I'm cosplaying Katara. She's a waterbender, but she's very strong within her tribe. It's like every episode that we've seen with her, she's grown so much that she can go from water bending to blood bending, not to mention she can bend her own sweat in certain parts.
Whoa.
Like, comes up with certain areas of like her surroundings to where she can still use like certain liquids or like different like water to like bend to her to help her and stuff, and it's really cool.
Blood bending?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
cool.
How does that work?
I can't really explain it because the episode, you would have to watch the episodes that it's like talked about, because it's very like, I want to say scary, because I remember watching those when I was like a kid, and I watched like the Hama episode, and that like terrified me. But it's really cool once you watch it, especially that fight scene.
So blood bending would be take somebody's body and like move them around. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It's definitely one of the scarier bendings.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, and even within waterbending, like you can't just do it. Like it's a very specific skill. So it just shows that like this is like the same summer she learned like most of her powers, and she can already just master it. And it's like just shows like how powerful and like into it she is, like how much she knows her own like bending powers and stuff.
Touch, yo. Who's next? About your element.
Well, I'm Katara also, so water bending, blood bending, sweat bending, yum. Yeah, no, she's really awesome. I know the blood bending episode kind of gets like a bad rap sometimes because of like outlawing it in core and everything, but I just think it's so cool. And like what if like Katara was like an assassin or something and like bloodbending, like I don't know, a darker version of the show.
Is this one of the reasons? I mean, I'm sure it's the different elements is what you're attracted to as far as cosplaying. Like you're empowering these elements. It's got to be one of the reasons why you pick these characters to cosplay is because you get to tap into these powers. You know, these elements that give you these abilities. Just even with your imagination to be able to tap into these things, we absorb them. Like you get to become these people, and these powers actually start to feel real to us, which is so cool. Love that.
Sure.
Me? How do you say your name, honey?
Oh, me?
Me.
It's May. My name's May, and I'm actually cosplaying a character who is also named May, but it's spelled differently.
Oh,
My character actually isn't a bender in the show. She uses like throwing knives in combat, and I think that's cool. And I'm cosplaying her because I relate to her. So.
you look awesome. Your camera looks good too. You look like you're in some kind of movie right now.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, right? It's very cinematic. Cool. What else did Tara want us to go over?
Just like cosplay in general, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, tell him. Because I go to these Comic Cons all around the world all the time, mostly in the US. And there's a Comic Con almost every weekend, and almost every state's got one now, more than one usually. And I just love, it makes me feel so alive when I get to these Comic Cons for so many reasons. Why do you love cosplaying at these Comic Cons that you go to?
I think it's a good way to like connect with people as well and like find people with similar interests. I'm definitely into cosplay because there's like so many different elements, like the making it, the social side of it. Like there's so much of it, isn't there?
Yeah, like the crafting, I don't know, just meeting people that like the same stuff as you. Because like when they're dressed the same, you're like, hey, we're the same, and it's just like an automatic conversation. Like you just get to know people straight away, and I don't know, you just make so many friends. It's just really nice, and you feel like it's nice, it's all good, all chill. It's really nice.
Yeah, and so the show is kind of an extension of the Comic-Con world, and I think my favorite part about it as well is connecting. Connecting feels so good, especially connecting with people that love the same things you love. And at Comic-Con, there's so much stuff that you can love that it's hard not to make a connection with so many people. Just everybody's so happy everywhere you go. It's so awesome, and it's like infectious.
It can be quite accepting at cons as well. Yeah, I don't have any particularly negative experience. People seem, even like no matter what level your cosplay's at or like where you're at, people tend to be quite like open and friendly, and I'm like, I don't know, it's nice.
It is. Grace?
Well, I started cosplaying in like 2015-14, when I was like in junior high. So seeing like the difference between then and now with like the cosplay community, I remember like struggling to find friends to like have the same interests as me, because it wasn't as like either cosplay, anime, or like even Avatar, it wasn't as popular then as it is now. So when I finally like got to that point where I was just like at like the conventions and I got to meet new people that had the same interest in me as me, it was just even better, because it just makes the whole convention so much better, because you know that at least more than one of those people have the same interest as you, and it's like a very inviting and welcoming community when you're there.
It truly is. It's all about the connecting. We need to connect more and more and more. That's so beautiful.
I'm so sorry. I just threw up. I have like, I don't know, some kind of crazy stomach poisoning.
Oh,
it's like really
honey.
bad. I know. And I'm like, I was so excited for this show because I know how much this means to everyone. So I'm going to try to hang out. And if I run away, it's just because I'm throwing up. Not because you guys aren't amazing.
No.
Did you get through everybody so far?
Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun. We're just kind of going around talking about how you know, the community of this Comic-Con cosplay world is so important to us, and why like going to Comic-Cons is so special. So we're just going around talking about how
Did
much
you
we
know
love
that Tipsy
cosplay.
and Squishy are actually a couple and they cosplay as this couple and they're getting married? Am I right? Are you
Yeah,
guys having a wedding, an avatar wedding?
yeah, we are. Yeah,
We are.
I'd love for you guys to share your love story and how you started cosplaying together and just some details about the wedding, because that we don't get that very often on the show. We knew that existed when we pitched this show, and we're really like hoping to find more people like that. So it's just really exciting for us to have you guys. So if you don't mind sharing maybe a bit of your love story and then a bit of how you started cosplaying together, and then like some inside stuff about your wedding.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay. So we both met both our first cons back in 2011.
Yeah.
So yeah, we stayed in touch for years and then ended up getting together, didn't we?
Yeah, we always did groups together, like at cons, and then we did Avatar one time, and
Which
then
is like our first because normally we would cosplay different shows and stuff, but we hang out. So Avatar was like the first time we cosplayed like in the same thing together. And I did Zuko back then.
And I started like crushing on her super bad when she was in Zuko. I was like, oh, this moody boy. And like it just started from there. And so Avatar's like been such a huge part of our life. Like we connected through it, and like our friendship grew, and then a relationship grew, and then we've kind of just like, we were like, yeah, why not have a wedding? Because like it's what brought us together.
Yeah, so we kind of decided we wanted like a big themed party, because like our house is like a mishmash of all different themes.
Yeah.
So we thought one theme at a party would be like, it's like we're not party people, so it's like one chance to make this big like immersive thing, I guess.
Yeah.
And even though we're into a lot of things, Avatar is the one thing we've both always been really into. So that was kind of a theme. So yeah, it's kind of where that decision came from.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Are you gonna do actually? You're gonna do some like actual like cosplay, like playing out of some scenes or anything?
No, so we thought our tables are all themed from like episodes, I guess, and I'll have like references to episodes. Yeah. We're gonna have a cabbage cart and have cupcakes that are like cabbages, things like that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, have like banners or the element symbols on, like two little things.
Yeah.
Have the cartoon playing on the scren.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have like wanted posters around, aren't we?
Yeah. Our friends look at it, but our family will be like, what?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
I love that so much. Isn't that cute? I love that so much.
So cute.
Wow, I love that so much. Did you ask your dumb question yet, Greg?
Okay, this is one of the best questions on the show. I look forward to asking it every time.
It's so great.
Ship, marry, kill someone from the show as your character that you're cosplaying. You can go around the room again in the same order.
Ship. So we have to do it as our character, or just like in general?
You could either do it as your character or as you yourself, who you ship, who you'd marry, who you'd kill. And that's entirely up to you.
Cool. Definitely a big Zutara shipper. Is ship Zuko and Katara. Would marry Zuko. And I would kill Yanra. This is all very personal, Katara. I gotta rep my girl.
We have a new cosplayer in the room. What up, Jay?
Me too.
Hi, Jay.
You can join this question when we come to you.
Yeah, just hold on, and then we'll introduce you guys to everybody. Is your sound working? Can you say hi to everybody?
Me?
Jay? Yeah.
Hi.
Okay, we got the sound working. All right, let's introduce you so that we make sure, in case we lose you again, tell everybody your name and where they can find you on social media.
My name is Jalen. I'm from Turkey, and I'm a high school student. I'm 16 years old. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter by Jay Lazuli, JAY _ LAZLI. Jay Leslie.
Are you in Turkey right now?
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. right now, and I haven't slept.
Oh, you're so cute.
Oh, so cool.
Oh. Well, I'm so happy you're with us. You're so gorgeous. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were the earliest with 2 in the morning. Well, 4 in the morning. You guys are such troopers for showing up for us. It's amazing.
Thank
Okay,
you.
let's move on to Nat for Ship, Marry, Kill, and then we'll go down to Grace, then Tipsy and Squishy, and then Mai, and then Jay for Ship, Marry, Kill.
Yeah.
As character, I think obviously Aang is in love with Katara beyond any measure. Personally, I actually really love Zuko and Mai, just because I like how they weirdly complement each other, and just that they have a past together, so they kind of like know what each other is thinking without like saying anything out loud. And they're a little controversial, but I like them. And then I don't even know. Like as Aang, for Kill specifically, that's like his whole point, is that he can't do that and can't answer that question. And I think ultimately that ends up being like a good thing, just for the show and all the characters, that it just shows that like you don't have to kill anyone. However, for the sake of a fun question, probably in character, I would probably go with like Lord Ozai, just for the sake of get that. Or actually, if you can go back in time, do like a Zulon or something, so none of the massacre happens in the first place.
Ooh.
That's really cool.
No massacres. I'm all about no massacres.
I'm gonna do this in character. So Ship, I'm also a big Zutara shipper. Ever since like they were in the caves and like they had like that, like the bonding, like it all led up to that for some weird reason, and I liked it. Not to mention when I first watched the show, I just had a huge crush on Zuko, so it was it was pretty much leaning towards Zuko. Mary, I'm just gonna go canonically that she probably marries Aang. And then Kill, I'm thinking either what Costhetic said or her brother. There are moments where she does want to kill her brother, but I'm just gonna leave it to those two. Just whatever one she wants.
Nice.
Do you want to go first? No, you go, you go.
Ship,
Okay.
Marry, Kill.
I'll try and do it in character. So obviously Aang would want to marry Katara very much. That's like his whole thing. Yeah. Ship wise, I know in the comics he's really into Mei and Zuko as a couple. He thinks they're really cute, so I guess I will name them as a ship. And then again, like Aang's like whole thing is he won't kill. And I think I'm awful at names, but the other Aang's answer was really good. I guess I'm gonna say the cabbage cart because he's got it out for that car. So every time he sees it, he's like, I'm gonna kill this thing. So this is my answer. I guess as SOKKA, I've got to say, marry Suki. Suki, my fight wife. I think he wanted to marry Uwe, but you know, now we got Suki. I think SOKKA's torn. He can't pick a woman. Everyone loves SOKKA. He's a good boy, apart from his sister. But I think if he'd kill anyone, he'd probably want to kill Momo on several occasions because he's always getting into fights for Momo. But probably, most likely, General Zhao because he killed the fish. Yeah, that's fair actually. Killed the spirit. So yeah, Zhao dies anyway.
Okay. Who's next?
I guess it's my turn, I think.
Hey.
I obviously I would, since I ship them, I would want to marry Zuko. And also as my character. And if I were to kill someone, like personally, I think I would like kill Ozai. Because yeah. That's it.
Ship, Marry, Kill.
Okay,
You
I
did
like
it.
it. All right, Jay.
I would marry Zuko I don't know. I kind of have a crush on him since I was a child, but I ship him with KATARA, and I will probably kill Suki. I don't know. She annoying me. So yeah, that's
She
it.
annoys you. That's okay. That's a good answer. I mean, I want to kill Greg sometimes. He annoys me a lot.
But she's so cold. I'm kind of scared of her. That's why.
She's so cute.
Terry, you wanted to kill me with love, girl.
I know, I know. You know, we didn't get to Jay's origin story and how she started cosplaying and stuff. You want to go there with her, Greg?
Yeah, tell us about your cosplay
How
experience.
did you start cosplaying and because you're very young, you must have started not that long ago, right?
When I was 11 in 2016, and I only started it because I wanted to meet people that actually liked cartoons, because no one at my age and my friends didn't like cartoons and animations, and they were saying that I was a baby for liking those things. But I was 11 and they were 11 too, so it's kind of weird now. But I cosplay ever since then, and it's an interesting hobby. In Turkey, no one knows it, but it has gained more popularity in these years now. So when I say I'm a cosplayer, people are like, wow, that's so cool. I wish I was a cosplayer too, but back then everyone was, why are you doing this to yourself? It's ridiculous. What's the point? It doesn't make sense. But my family's okay with it. My friends are okay with it now. Everything's fine.
Is there a Turkey Comic-Con?
Yeah, but no, it's not a Comic-Con expo thing, but in Turkey, conventions are organized by universities. Every school has its own convention, and they're really small compared to the expos and other cons, but they're really fun and sincere. I like them.
That sounds so cool.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see it grow over the years. And you got it in the beginning when it was treated not as cool, but now it's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
So.
It's awesome to see that. I organized a cosplay event at my school this year with my teacher, and it went great. Like everyone was so happy, and I was the host at that conversation. Like a great experience for me.
Well, this has been a great experience.
I love that so much. That's so cute.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
What would you guys say to people that feel like they want to cosplay but they're nervous to do it, and maybe some words of wisdom that you'd give to people that are like, oh, I really want to do that, but like you said, some people think, oh, it's dumb or it's this. Like, what would you say to other people that might want to try cosplaying? We'll go around again.
I just say go for it. I mean, I was like the kid in anime club, and like I liked my little nerdy things and comics and stuff, and I just kind of kept it to myself. And I started cosplaying in like 2012, and I never shared it with anybody. But once I like actually started going to conventions and finding out that like there's so many people online that like the same things as me, I was like, why was I hiding it and like just keeping it to myself? Like, if there's something that you really love and you're interested in, I'm 100% sure there's somebody else out there who shares that interest. So just share it and be proud of what you love, and you're gonna find, the right people are gonna flock to you, and it's gonna be well worth it. And there's nothing to be scared of or ashamed of, and just go for what you really love.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess I'll go next. Yeah, mostly kind of the same stuff. But yeah, when I started, I had friends who did it, and I always thought it was so fun. And I followed people who did it, so I wanted to try it for myself. And I was in apparel as a major in college, and I really liked sewing, but I wanted to find a way to like really make it my own and be excited when I made something. And I realized that it was very fulfilling to me to like be able to make something that I had seen or make it come to life. So I personally really liked like the crafting aspect of it. And one, at first I was just doing it for me because I was like, oh, this is really fun and I'm finding something that, you know, is fulfilling. But then something that I love when I learned about like sharing it to people is like that you can make people really happy when they see you, or again, like just when you can find other people that enjoy the same thing, it makes the world feel less lonely. And it's always like cool when you can like, whether it's like a kid or someone who's grown up and they had like known that show from when they were a kid, like they instantly just like are brought back to being like a little kid that's seeing a character come to life and they're like, wow, like you exist in this world. And that's cool to be able to bring to someone, and vice versa. You know, when I see someone at a convention or even just like online and I'm like, whoa, this person is like, they brought this character to life. That's so cool. And it's cool to know that I'm bringing them joy, they're bringing me joy. And it's all just like, again, like a really nice community. It's just like everyone's enjoying dressing up and having fun.
Heck yeah. I've enjoyed you being on the show today and joining our community. Thank you.
I'll go next. So I would just say like, find your people. I think it's such a great thing, like the cosplay community. It's just like once you take that one like leap of faith into the cosplay community, you meet so many people that like you learn to grow with, or you learn to like be friends with. Like I'm mutuals with Costhetic, and it's like amazing. Like especially when like there's people within like your fandoms that you like, it makes it even more better. Because I remember when I was like 14 or 13, when I first went to my first Comic-Con, it was like I didn't know what to do. It was like it was just like I felt alone. But then once like someone noticed my cosplay, or like I noticed theirs, it just struck up like an immediate conversation, and it was just like an immediate friend right there. That's like the best part of cosplay. It's just like you can comment something on someone's page, and that can just strike up a friendship already. And it's just like taking that one leap of faith to just put yourself out there and enjoy it.
Beautiful. The theme of the day is definitely connection.
You. I think I would always advise people to do it. I don't know, like I think you should always be your authentic self, and I don't think you should let what other people think of you stop you from doing what you enjoy and what makes you happy. And you know, not everyone always gets it, but like the people who do get it are so supportive, and like that real sense of community as well. Like there's been some really like hard obstacles in my life, and I've always had good people which I've met through like cosplay and Comic-Cons and stuff who really supports me and helped me get to where I am today and get through like the hard times. So I would always say it's definitely worth giving it a go. Yeah, and finding your people and like like, expressing yourself like to the fullest, really.
Yeah, because there's like no limit. Like no matter how weird you are or how crazy you can be, like you can just go wild. Like just completely express yourself through makeup, costume, or like through a character that is nothing like you, but you can project like these like characteristics through this character. You know, like you can just let loose and not let like real life, I guess, like board you up in a way. I think cosplay is always worth like the gamble. I'm like everyone's always been like, oh, I don't really want to do it. I don't think I'll look good. Oh, I'm scared of what people are gonna say. But you don't never need to be scared. There's no one that's ever gonna say anything or do anything because you just look amazing. Like no matter what, you always just go and you just have a good time, and people are so supportive. Like you said, like there's so many good people you've met like in this community, and there's so many good people I've met, and like they're lifelong friends now. Like, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So it's always worth the gamble to go to con.
And I think like everyone's outfit's unique to them, whether they buy it, make it, anything. Like no one like wears it or looks the exact same as you. So like you really are like unique in your own way, and it really is like something special. Like these outfits wouldn't exist in the real world if people didn't want to dress as them or wear them. Or so I think that's really cool.
Let your freak flag fly.
Beautiful answers. I love that. Okay, Mai.
So personally, I was kind of scared to start cosplay. I started at like 11, but I really didn't take it seriously before. But now I'm like 17 and I'm starting to like get into it. I was scared because like of like people at conventions and stuff because I'm like really introverted. But like to be honest, it's like worth doing. You know, it's like a good experience to like um do this. Like even if like some people are weird sometimes, at least I'm doing what I enjoy. And yeah, I just
Yeah.
yeah. So basically, if somebody wants to start cosplaying, because I don't really have a lot of friends in the cosplay community here in the Philippines. I don't really talk to people, but some of my friends who are not cosplayers are telling me they want to start cosplay, and honestly, I encourage them. And I'm actually going to a convention with them soon, and they're cosplaying for the first time, so I'm excited for them.
I love
Awesome.
that. I love that you guys inspire other people too. I love that. All right, Jay.
I think the best thing about cosplay is you can improve yourself in so many ways. I mean, I started to learn how to sew, and now I can make my own dresses. And I also learned how to Photoshop and edit my pics. And um, it's a great way to socialize. I have so many great friends now, and they help me get through my tough days. And it's great to have friends with you share your common interests with. So that's why cosplay is. I recommend to everyone to cosplay, and
Yeah.
my friends are actually took this advantage of me, and like they started doing cosplays, and I'm so proud of them.
You're inspiring people. I love that. I love that so much.
Yeah.
Inspiring creativity is the best
Yeah,
thing to
I love
inspire.
that. Okay, I have a favorite question in case I have to leave again to throw up. So sorry. I want to know what everybody thought when I slid into their DMs. I like that question. Like, what did you first think when you saw my message? Cosmetic.
I freaked out. My initial thought was, why would somebody have Tara's name and picture like as their Instagram? Like, why are they just like copying her? That's weird. And then I clicked on your page and I'm like, because it is Tara. Oh. And then I like showed my friends and I'm like, is this real? And I called my mom and I was like, I know you don't know what I'm gonna say, but Tara Strong just DM'd me and she's like, what's a DM? And I was like, never mind, just know that it's a good thing happening. Thank you for your support. And I was just like freaking out for the rest of the day and was like on cloud nine, and yeah, it made my day.
Aw, I love that so much.
Yeah.
So much love getting spread around. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Nat.
I love that she didn't ask who. She was like, "What's a DM?"
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I was actually working on a commission. I was making a cosplay for someone else who asked, and so I was like really focused. I was like, okay, gotta get this done, gotta get this done. And I saw I had a message, and I was like, okay, it's like a request. Let me see. And I was like, oh, it's a spam. It's like someone being like, oh, it's probably gonna be like, oh, hey, like message me your stuff or whatever. And I was like, okay. And I opened it and read it, and I was like, that's a blue check mark. Like, I'm pretty sure this is real. And I like double checked, and I was like, I went downstairs to my roommate who like we love Teen Titans together, so I knew he would know who both of you are. I was like, can you read this to me? Like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? And he was like, oh my god, like that's crazy, like you have to say yes. And I was like, yeah, I will. And I like called my parents, and they love and support my cosplays and have gone to conventions with me. And my dad was like freaking out. He's like, that's Tara Strong. I'm like, I know. And they were like so excited. So that was just like extra exciting, everyone being excited. And then I was kind of like, I don't know if this is real still. And then I was like, oh, gotta get off work and go put on a bald cap today to go message Greg Sipes and Tara Strong. So it's been a wild day.
Yo, that's what's up.
I love that so much. I love these stories. They're so cute. Okay, Grace.
Honestly, I thought you like got hacked. Because I think at that time a lot of my mutuals were like getting hacked and like they were like DMing me weird stuff, and I was like, I don't think this is actually her. So I opened it and I looked at it and I was like, that can't be real. So I like swiped out and I was like trying to figure out like if it was real or not. And then I told my older brothers who like grew up watching both of you on everything. So I was like, do you guys think this is real? And one of my brothers was like, I think that's real. You should probably reply back. So it was just like, we were all like trying to grasp the fact that like you DM'd me, because I was like, I never thought that would happen. So I was like, oh my goodness, my childhood like is DMing me right now. So I was like so excited, and it made my like entire day. It was great.
Oh, everybody's so cute. All right, Tipsy and Squishy.
So I actually get up for work at 6 a.m. So I woke up and looked at my phone and I saw the message and I clicked it and I was like, who's this like pretending to be Tara? And I literally opened it and went back to the message like 4 or 5 times before I realized there was like a blue tick on it, which is why my message was, oh my God, you're Tara Strong. Because I was like waking up yet, and then I woke you up and I was like, get in message thing. And it was like 6 a.m. and you were like, I was like, what? It's Tara Strong. What? So, yeah.
Oh, it's so cute. I love that so much. So cute. Okay, Mai.
Okay, so before like since I'm in a different time zone, I fell asleep at like 3 a.m. and then I woke up at like 5. And then I opened my phone because I noticed that I forgot to charge it. And then I checked my notifications and I'm like, am I actually awake? I was like, why on earth would she even message me? I was like, oh, I don't deserve this. And then I'm suddenly not sleepy anymore, even though I was like basically half awake. And then I messaged all my friends and I'm like, are you seeing this or am I delusional? And then they were like, are you okay? That's real. And I was like, what? And then it took a while to process it because both of you voiced my childhood. So I was basically almost like vomiting from excitement.
Oh wow.
Aw, everybody's so cute on this one. This is the cutest little ship. Okay, Jay.
Actually, I was so scared. It was midnight and I was talking with my boyfriend, and then you text me and like I was so confused because I didn't knew what was going on, and I searched for this show and I see some other possible players, and then I was like, oh, now I understand. She's inviting me to a Zoom call or something in cosplay. But I was scared because I didn't know how to speak English. I didn't know anything about this show and I didn't know what to do. So I kind of freaked out. And my boyfriend was like, it's okay. You always get these kinds of invitations and they give you money and you'll get used to it, etc. And I was like, no, this is different. It's something I don't know. I'm Sarah Strong, one of my biggest idols, and she voiced my whole childhood. So yeah, it was nervous. But I'm so glad that I'm here right now. I'm so happy.
You guys are too. I'm happy too. You know, do you guys does anyone want to take a picture on their phone before we go?
Let's do it.
And you're welcome to post it on all your social medias.
I can take a screenshot on my laptop so
Go
then
for
I can
it.
All right. Oh.
Wild.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
You guys, I'm so grateful that you came on from literally all over the world to celebrate this show and your love for cosplay. It's so beautiful. We do have one other thing we do with cosplayers, which is called Flip the Ship. And you guys can each ask Greg and I any question that you like. So if anyone has a question, you don't all have to do it, but if you have a question that you've always wanted to ask us, we're here to answer that for you.
Flip the ship. Flip the ship.
The ship.
I have a question. I don't know if anybody else finds themselves like quoting just random shows in their head, whether it be SpongeBob or like something super random, or like all like quote bubbles sometimes randomly. And it's like, why do I have that memory? I don't know, but like cool. Do you guys have any kinds of like catchphrases or just random lines that you've voiced before that are just kind of stuck with you that you find yourself like just saying in a regular conversation?
Yeah, all the time. I'm always like,
Waffles, waffles,
yeah,
waffles.
Of course, yes, good one.
I'm always like, whatever when he says waffles. I do a lot of like, I'm just as tough as Blossom and Buttercup. I'm hardcore. I do that.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because once you do a voice too, it's like in you, you know? So they come out all the time, and we do silly voices all the time. Good
Love
question. Good question. We've never been asked that question. Good question. Anyone else? Anyone else?
I've got one. Go on, Jay, go first.
What would you recommend to the people who want to get into this job, voice acts in cartoons and shows? How did you start? And what would you recommend to those people?
Well, I always tell people that they have to take acting classes and singing lessons because this is a muscle. So you want to know what your range is. And there are no voice actors that have not done any regular acting. And we've all done scene study. And I always recommend people to do improv classes and really learn what your voice can do. Now, for you in Turkey, it's going to be more challenging. But I'm sure there's a big dubbing market for you there.
Yeah.
So maybe if there's like a local person that teaches that really does that kind of work, not just someone that's trying to take advantage, because there's a lot of bad people too. You should never pay to audition, but maybe someone that teaches like a local voiceover class where you are, and then you make a demo tape, and then you take that demo to local agencies, and then you start auditioning. There's a free website that D Baker has. It's DEE, last name Baker, and it's everything you need to know about getting into voiceover. You would just have to tweak it a little bit for your country because you wouldn't be going to our agencies or our people. But, you know, I've been to many places around the world, and I've met other actors that are like, oh, I overvoice your shows. So, you know, there's a big market for dubbing in foreign language, and you do speak English quite lovely. So you'd probably be great at that. I would look into dubbing if I were you.
Thank you. I've been taking classes over 1 year from a Turkish voice actor, but I didn't think I would like make it into a job because I'm only doing this as a hobby. So I'm always curious about you and people like you who are famous voice actors. How did it get here?
Well, like you, I wanted to do it. Like I really wanted to be an actress. I knew when I was 5 years old that I wanted to be an actress. And so, yes, it's very hard. But if it's something that you really want to do, you got to believe in yourself and keep going and keep trying. You know, you can't, if that's like a dream you have and you feel it like in every cell of your body, you just got to kind of got to go for it.
Thank you.
Greg, do you want to answer that for her?
Well, it's as simple as doing what you love and love what you do. And the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. So you just have to start. And with animation, especially with technology now, you can make your own cartoons and you can work with people who are doing different aspects of the cartoon creation, production, and you could kind of piece together your own stuff, or just make a sock puppet in your hand and start voicing it. You just have to start. You just read books out loud. You just have to start doing stuff and you'll get better at it. Because in the beginning, you know, you're not going to be that good, but then you'll get good. And maybe you're lucky enough to be really good in the beginning like Tara was, but for me it took a while.
Now you're good. I mean, you're annoying, but you're good.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Oh, so I might be wrong, but I assume you guys don't really cosplay. So if you did cosplay like one thing, what would it be?
Yeah, we've both done Beast Boy Raven. What else have you done? Have you done your Ninja Turtle cosplay?
I've never dressed up as Michelangelo yet. I've definitely
that.
dressed up as Beast Boy and I loved it. We're actually going to be doing, we can't say it. I'm not going to say it, but we do have a bunch of live shipping.
He's not allowed to tell the story.
Live
I've
shipping.
also
I'm not going to tell
cosplayed
it.
Harley, and I've also cosplayed Ashi, and I did Twilight. Who else did I do? Well, it's easy to do Angel. I just put on like the jammies. It's fun. I love cosplaying. I get it. I think it's really fun. And it should be celebrated. It's one reason we made this show, is there's no mainstream media celebrating people in cosplay or people that enjoy the world of shipping with characters and pop culture that they love. And why wouldn't people celebrate it? This topic is all about love, so it should be more of that, right? More of that. More of that. Love.
For sure.
We have to wrap up, you guys. So let's go around one more time and tell everybody where they can find you on social media. And then we'll put it underneath so that everybody can follow you. Go ahead, Costhetic.
I'm Costhetic on Instagram and TikTok, and on Twitter if you want to follow me, just posting about Zutara all day. That's where you can find me.
Oh, so cute. Nat.
I'm Nat_Sows on Instagram and TikTok. I forget that I have that. I don't update it enough. But if you want to see silly shenanigans, I post on Instagram and TikTok. So yeah.
Aww, I love that. Grace.
You can find me on Instagram at It's Just a Disgrace and on TikTok at Just a Disgrace. Sadly, Just a Disgrace was taken on Instagram, so just it at the beginning.
Okay, got it. Tipsy and Squishy.
So I'm tipsy_pig on both TikTok and Instagram. Again, I'm not very active on TikTok either.
I'm Squishy Shmoo on Instagram and TikTok. I do post really stupid videos, so.
I love it. May.
I'm Naifu on Instagram. Yeah.
Thanks, cutie. Jay.
I'm J_Leslie. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok. I post a lot of videos there.
You guys are so cute. This has been I'm sorry I haven't been feeling well, but this was like such a sweet show. I think you guys are all just so lovely, and the fact that you came from around the world to be here and inspire people and spread love, it's really, really beautiful. So thank you guys all for coming so much.
Thank you for getting on the
Thanks for
ship.
having us.
Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking over, Greg. I appreciate you. How did he do? Did he do okay?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did
you
good.
did well.
Good.
I'm no Tara Strong, but I can hang.
Who is? Let's be honest. Bye, everybody.
Peace, love, and